All right. I think we're live. It's been a tough day. Had to go get my son from school. He threw up at school. He's still sick. Uh, Another fire burning in Salem. So the Coast Guard or the military helicopter has been going overhead constantly, trying to bring water to dose it out. Uh, and just brutal. Whole town covered in smoke. But there's something really important. I'm gonna try to go live later because I gotta go get back to taking care of my son. Um, but last night I was reading this blog post. I don't know what you would call it. What's up, Curtis? Not at work today. Good for you, man. Um, this is gonna be brief. I'm gonna try to go live later. I just got back from picking my son up from school early because he's sick, and at his school they had to bus over a bunch of kids from another school because the air quality is so bad in Salem. It's a lot going on. It's hectic. But last night I'm reading Marc Maron, who I love. I loved his TV show. He had a great TV show. If you can find it, watch it. Super talented writer if he wrote that TV show. Super talented, creative comic. And on his blog last night, what's up, Solus? Marc Maron wrote, which again, link down below. Marc Maron wrote in his blog last night about kind of flirting with fascism. I don't know what you'd call it, but he says, when these comics and these big podcasts have on fascists or openly white supremacist people, it's not funny. It's not like enlightening. In fact, it's suffocating democracy, and it's really putting everything towards fascism, and it's normalizing it. That's what he said. Sorry, I read this last night, and I only briefly went over it again. And I've been saying this for years. One of the biggest frustrating things for me is like when before Rusty Rockets, Russell Brand went all alt-right fucking crazy lunatic. He would interview people, or who else? I forget. People would have like Tucker Carlson on, and I would always say, it's giving terrible people a platform they don't deserve. Exactly. And terrible people already have a platform, but it's like when you have on people who are known liars, known misinformation spreaders, known white supremacists, known not neo-Nazis, known fascists or authoritarians, you're making that seem normal to other people, and hearing them out is fucking destructive. It is horrible. I've said this for years, so it was good to see someone at Marc Maron's caliber coming out and saying this. And I highly encourage, what's up, Guarav, to read this. I linked his blog down in the bio, because this is super important that people read this and understand it. He's better articulated and more creative and smarter than I am, and he's just a really good writer. Penny Smith, hello. Welcome, guys. Please hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I go live Monday through Friday, every weekday. I'm going to try to go live later today because I had to pick up my son from school because he threw up, and I got to get back home. But this is just so important. This Marc Maron blog was so important because I'm like, man, I've been yelling this from the rooftops for years now. If you have a big podcast, a big platform like a Joe Rogan, and you have on these fucking lunatics, these people who are clearly like white supremacists or clearly authoritarian fascist people, and look up fascism if you don't know what that is, okay? These are not good things. They are not copacetic, and they do not go symbiotically with fucking American values, okay? And I mean, the telltale sign is like Trump says, I'm the only one that can fix it. That's fascism in its fucking propaganda form. Saying like, you need me, I'm the only one that can do it. There's a whole bunch of stuff. There's a lot of propaganda, and it's slick too. That's why, it's sometimes very overt, but a lot of times it's the subtle messaging. It's dog whistling. It's all these different things. Thank you for liking it. I appreciate it. I love Fortnite. I'm a noob gamer. There is no sides. Kamala is the only one that's not leaning towards fascism. I have a lot of issues with her, but Trump fucking told the Proud Boys to stand back and stand by. Does nobody remember that? Like, this dude fucking more than flirts. He's like in bed with white supremacists, and I ain't down with that. And I ain't down with anybody with it. So my point is that Marc Maron talking about how people on big podcasts having these people on like you need to hear two sides. Like nobody needed to hear two sides in World War II. Okay, even though America did wait a long time to get engaged, and it wasn't until Pearl Harbor that we engaged in that war, you know, and I guess that's just an American way. But you know, we are, I'd like to think, smarter now. We are, I'd like to think, more advanced. Oh God, yeah, it's hard for me to say. But like, there weren't two sides. If you ask Europe in World War II, nobody was having fucking Hitler's dudes on fucking, you know, podcasts to hear them out and what their great plan was. You know, and that's what's happening right now with these fucking lunatic podcasters. Like, we just got to hear everything. It's like, no, you dummies. You're normalizing fascism. You're normalizing shit that like is way beyond the scope of maybe what these people realize they're interviewing. Unless they're billionaires and they're down for it, which you see these tech billionaires. I mean, Elon Musk is throwing everything at the wall. I'm starting to think like, does he know about criminal charges he's having, or is he like trying to look for a pardon, or like, why is he so desperate? There's something alarming about that. And if you will side with Elon Musk, fucking get your head checked, because that billionaire wants nothing to do with working people. Just look at how he treats his employees, okay? Look at how he treats his customers. Level 900. Here you go. Marc Maron, great comic. Look him up. You can find him from his link below. He's been doing a podcast forever. He had a TV show, which I really, really liked. It was a funny, weird, quirky TV show. He's a very quirky comic, but he's thoughtful and he's thought-provoking. And it was good to see him come out. And what's up, Kevin? Good to see you, man. And it was good to see him come out and make this statement. And I wish more comics would. You know, I know a lot of comics are focused on cancel culture and all that bullshit. You know what cancel culture is? Cancel culture is like Harvey Weinstein going to prison or P. Diddy getting locked up. Those dudes were canceled. These other dudes, like Dave Chappelle, didn't get canceled. He had more Netflix specials. You don't get canceled and then get to go on Netflix, okay, and have a special. These people, the real people that get canceled are the ones that have to sign NDAs or can't speak up. Most of the victims get canceled because if they say anything, they're excommunicated from that said industry. So it's good to see Marc Maron, you know, being in touch with what's going on and keeping his pulse on the radar and pulse on the whatever's going on. I don't know what I'm saying. You get what I mean. But yeah, man, this was just so important. I had to, because I'm going to try to get on. Hopefully my son's not too sick. I'm going to try to jump back on live tonight. But if you have not read Marc Maron's blog, it is linked down below. It is so important that you read it. Everyone needs to read this. Everyone. Because it's well said and it articulates exactly what I've been trying to say forever. You know, don't flirt with these racists. Don't hear them out. There's no side. There just isn't. There are no two sides when it comes to racism, all right? You can't be on the fence. You're either anti-racist or you're not. And if you're not, big issues. So good on you, Marc Maron. Thank you for speaking up. Thank you for writing that. Willow Pillow, what's up? Guys, I gotta go, but again, hit subscribe and then hit the notification bell so that way if I go, I'm trying to go live later, as long as my son's not too sick. But I do go live every weekday. Every weekday. I'll be live tomorrow afternoon. Darian's gonna come on from France, as long as everything goes okay. As long as Salem doesn't keep burning down. There are multiple fires in Salem. It's kind of crazy, especially this time of year. My wife thinks it's suspect. But hit the notification bell so when I do go live, you can get notified. We have a Discord. Join the Discord. It's amazing. I'll post the link. Solus, if we could post the Marc Maron stuff in our Discord, I'll post that there in case, well, I'll do it there, but it's down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace, love, much respect, and read this blog post from Marc Maron. Please go read it. Peace.